Yeah, I think the TLDR is that like IoT device authentication is actually a fairly standard pattern.
Mm,
And they have the bad pattern, which is like people just hard code secrets on the device. It could be the serial
hmm
number, it could be like a MAC address, or then the good pattern, right, which is like using certificates.
mm,
And they use the whole like public key infrastructure kind of pattern to authenticate to the server. So it's actually a fairly common, simple pattern. And end goal is that like you got to read the secret somehow. You got to get that secret, whether it's a certificate or the like serial number that's stored somewhere on the device. And so once I got the shell on this device, it was just, there were various like debugging tools I could use. And one of them was like reading from memory, reading from the database. And that's what I used to kind of extract it, and understand it. So that was the static part of it, because now I had the certificate. I could try to like authenticate to it directly myself and figure out what went wrong. And this was actually like building like from a long time ago, at that same AWS hardware event, that you and I
mm,
were at, right? Because if you recall, I did have some of those certificates on a device
hmm
back then, but I didn't really understand it. But now I do, right? So that's progress, right? That's nice to like look back and think about that.
Yeah, it's
Um,
funny you referenced that because I think you and I were both kind of sort of cutting our teeth a little bit at that event,
yeah,
right? And
yeah,
we saw some of the more experienced hackers, and I think there was a cert swap that
yeah,
happened, and then the traffic was able to be proxied. And when I saw that, I was like, wow, that is badass. I'm going to
yeah.
do that. And lo and behold, you had the same idea, and here we are.